just looking at each other?
They're
Are we live?
late. Guess
We're
we'll have to
live.
start things off ourselves.
Yeah. Welcome. Sorry. We don't know what was happening. Of course, Joe's complaining that we're not on StreamYard.
I'm just saying that never happened. Any time that we were late or things screwed up on StreamYard, it'll be our fault, not StreamYard's fault.
Yep, that's true.
Can we talk
No,
from
if
about?
If it's not busted, it ain't us.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah,
We didn't even do our intro. Are we still going to do that, or?
What did we do the intro? It
did.
played.
Oh, did
Yeah.
it? I just had
You're
black screen the whole time.
everything is. I just love everything's broken. Like it all half works.
I love
Can
how
we-
Joe's just like, it's just I'm just staring at a black screen. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm just going to keep talking.
You're a black screen right now.
No,
Joe is.
now I can
Oh,
see.
Joe.
Now I can see you guys, but my camera frozen.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
right.
still sitting like this in my.
no, we can see you perfectly fine.
Hey,
That's
can we
good.
talk for a moment about the survival scenario? Like, are y'all
Oh, yeah.
playing along?
No,
I am.
dude, I've
You know
gotten
what's
so
funny?
behind that now I have to
You,
I-
sit down and catch up, and I read
I
at
know-
like a first grader.
Joe, if you just start
Speed.
today, you're gonna get to
Oh, yeah.
like it's gonna get good. Like it's about to get good.
Harry says, Walsh has to finish rubbing chocolate cake on his face.
That's right, Ben. Just rub it
So
in.
Because
Here's-
otherwise, it
like,
would just
I know
be
the-
great.
I know the right answer. I'm looking at those polls and it's like, I know where Walsh and I've already talked about how this is going to end. So I'm like, I know what's right, but what has everyone else voted on? That's what I'm choosing.
And they
because,
keep picking the drama ones to like
Yeah, I
find out, talk about it to each other. Like no one even knows what happened. No one knows what's going on. Nobody even left the neighborhood. Like in the whole story, nobody left the neighborhood. Like
and you could tell
Hey,
the people that know what the right answer would be are the ones that are commenting, and they're
they
like,
get so frustrated.
why
Like,
do we want to talk about this? We don't want to talk about this.
just sit them down,
One I-
lay down the law, and be done with it.
The one I picked last, like no one else, like 5% of us picked.
That was
Which one
probably
was
the
it?
right one then.
It probably was. He
Right.
probably was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely would have done that." It's funny. 'Cause
Well-
we know how it ends.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this. I don't know if Walsh wanted to. So if
Don't you dare
if
ruin it.
Why
the-
not?
one of the choices, no, this was like for a choice that you can't make anymore.
Oh,
So an outcome
Well, I
that-
haven't even read them.
that we had planned. Well, it's too bad. So one of the options if you're following the poll, like if you saw the old man, one of the options was like, I'm sick of that guy. Let's rate him. Right. That was one of the options. And viewers did not choose that. But if they did, can I say what was
Yeah,
going to
go ahead.
happen?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the two hunters that are on your team, the dad was going to get shot and killed.
Yeah.
When you raided the old man. So it was like, hey, good on you, viewers. You did not raid the old man and lose one of your hunters. There's just more shenanigans happening.
I would say I'm proud everyone's still alive. Like I have had like some angles like, okay, if you guys pick this, here's what I'm gonna do to you. And quite a few times they're like, all right, somebody's gonna die, and
Yeah.
or like something's gonna go horribly wrong. And they haven't picked the really bad options. Like I keep wanting them to go into town because that's
Yeah.
usually where I'm gonna make
Harry-
something happen.
Harry says we need to hand out some ass whooping stories.
So it's going to be like Game of Thrones. So we start liking
Yeah.
a character and you're just going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
CM says, "What's up, gents? Good
What
to
up?
see you, bud."
What up?
So yeah, definitely keep playing along. If you haven't been in our survival, it's gonna get really good. So please, if you haven't been playing along, jump in.
12 Bravo. The newest choices are crap. We need to confront everyone option.
That's my favorite too. Like your favorite libertarian, he always chimes in. He's like, "You pick." Like, I don't want to do any of these things. Like, I know I am actually corralling you into where I want you to go.
CCW 22LR. What's up, bud? He says the words of that survival story are sweet, sweet symphony on my eyeballs. So well written.
It is well written, which leads me to believe that Walsh isn't writing it.
No, so
Nope.
it is 100%. I won't lie to you because I have to like come up with these fairly quickly or kind of like pivot pretty fast. So I do put kind of what I want it to happen, and then Chat GPT or Google Bard, whoever spits it out. Then I clean it up, but the majority of it's AI written. Like not necessarily the story, like what's going to happen, but like the nuts and bolts. So
and
I wish I could
commas
take
being
credit.
in the right places.
Yeah, all the commas and stuff. Like even my wife was like, "Yeah, 22LR said he was doing great," and I was like your writing was great. I was like, I'm not really writing that.
Michael Farley, the obsession with getting us to start farming feels suspicious to me.
No, that's legitimate. Like you, like
That-
you'd have so many more less problems.
Gabagula's here. What's up, Gabagula?
Oh,
So I wonder what crazy off the wall thing Duke of Tennessee is going to say today.
we can usually
Where's old
count on
Duke
it.
at?
Yeah,
I
he's
haven't
in
seen
here.
Duke comment yet, is he?
Not yet. He's usually got something good.
I saw J-Dub in there. What's up, J-Dub?
Yeah, J-Dub. Hey, yo, what's up, J-Dub?
As a reminder, too, make sure you have your drink of choice so that whenever we get into our wizards or our emojis, you
That
make
counts.
sure to join and partake in whatever your drink of choice is. And so 22LR, I tweak it a little bit, like it spits some things out. I kind of clean it up, but yeah, a lot of the magic is just pre-written AI stuff. But I can't pivot that many different stories that fast. So I think I have to lean on AI a little bit.
I'm glad to see that Joe got his Mountain Dew back at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Michael
some
Farley?
new whiskey. It's made in Denver.
What's it called?
Fireside.
Oh.
Straight bourbon whiskey.
Yeah,
Mile High Spirits. Established 2011.
I was watching. So, for those of you that don't know, I don't drink alcohol, and for some reason, I have been binge watching this bourbon channel on YouTube called Bruzel, and he was going over like the best, his choice, the best whiskey under $20, and I was like, I'm gonna buy Joe a bottle of that, and it was Evan Williams Bottled in Bond.
If you bought it for me, I'd drink it.
That's like the way it works. Like, you bought it for me, I drank it.
Yeah. Croak said, "Y'all seen the trailers for Civil War?" No, but I saw Rebels Raiders.
So good.
Made a post on that, and
I wish you could pull it up,
dude. It got like 7,000 views on Twitter.
Yeah, it was
the amount of interaction he was having.
What was he saying? He's like,
I'll pull it up.
Okay, yeah, you have to do it justice.
It was good.
I'm trying to see what else. William Bragdale, he's saying, where can I find this thing? I think you're probably talking about the poll. Make sure to go on YouTube, like go on our channel. You'll see, like when you scroll through the post, I think it's harder to get to come up if you watch it on the computer, which is kind of frustrating. But I post it every Tuesday and Thursday. It's like basically user-driven survival scenario, which has turned into like, because everybody wants to know the drama, it's become the drama story of survival, and like nobody cares about what's actually going on. Can you not pull it up?
Well, it's weird. Like, it's Twitter's not even finding them.
Oh, pull up the one you sent us in Facebook. I'll pull it up. Here, you keep going with the stuff. I'll pull it up for you. You keep going with the comments.
Okay.
Because then you pull it
up. Anyways, Croak, we'll find it. It was hilarious. J-Dub, drinking one of my ladies' Angry Orchards. I know. Sometimes they taste good. Damn it.
Dude, they do.
They do.
Guess what I bought at the store when I bought my Fireside?
Oh, I know.
I bought
Smirnoff Ice.
No.
Zima.
Jinx.
You'll get it. If you think about it, you'll get it. You're on the right track.
Boone's Farm.
Nope.
Oh, you said no.
How is wine the same at the other two that you just mentioned?
That's like Kool-Aid.
Yeah. I found
the monster ones.
Okay.
Oh,
the alcohol monsters. I bought all three of the flavor. Dude, they're the same price as normal Monster. They're like $2.50.
Oh.
And 6% alcohol. I don't know. I haven't drank one. Dude, I'm
Can
not
you guys
drinking one
see that?
tonight.
Barely.
I'll never go to bed.
Just read it. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Here you go.
So Rebels Raider said, I was able to get an early viewing of that Civil War movie. I'm from Los Angeles. And the trailer actually undersells it. The whole movie is 3.5 hours of them going over play carrier setups and in-depth nod knowledge. At one point, Grand Thumb shows up and goes over his custom Glocks in detail. You guys are going to love it.
What's in the comments, though? Is there anything?
I heard they were squeezing the scene of the Tacticon.com guy running with nods and flip-flops. 100%. North versus south is so cliche. This is southwest versus northeast. It's a whole new slant on the Civil War angle.
Southwest versus northeast.
Kyle Barr, I can't tell if you're serious or not.
Star Wars or New Empire? I guess
does Nothing Fancy show up and give a lecture on urban survival POUs? I love following him on Twitter.
That's a good time. Oh, how do we always make that happen?
Oh, stop. I know how to fix it. You don't. Clearly.
Right, don't break it.
Your favorite libertarian. I learned a lot about reloading in that CCW 22 LR episode of Everyman's Arsenal. Enough to know it sounds like a lot of work. Great episode though. I had a great time. I did learn our AI that we use for shorts. I think if someone's wearing a mask, it just doesn't track that because you can hear him talk, but you wouldn't see his face in the shorts that I made for.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so
it's probably like matching the mouth movement with the word.
I think so.
And if
the way it's set up is it's supposed to like transfer. Well, we have it set up usually where it's just top and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were like live, the AI would recognize who's talking and like transfer the camera to that person. But even if it recognizes the noise, it doesn't see the mouth moving, so it doesn't transfer to anyone.
Weird.
That could make it fun though. We could just dub over the voice, make it something else.
It's true. J-Dub throwing some wizards out there.
Why is Harry telling us RIP TLD?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's not us in trouble. It's you viewers are driving the story. It's not us in trouble.
Yeah. Your favorite libertarian, not Jason. The wife and I are going to see The Shift on Tuesday. Great movie. That. I loved it.
Oh, you seen it?
Yeah, it's really, really good. So the guy that plays the benefactor, Neil McDonald, I loved him in Band of Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my favorite characters. This is my favorite movie that he's acted in. It's really, really good.
Looks good. I didn't see anything about it.
Yeah, it's made by Angel Studios. It's like a Christian focused movie that is only in select theaters. It's basically a modern. It's like a sci-fi retelling of the Book of Job. So a guy that goes through a bunch of pain and anguish, but in the end, he's blessed beyond what he already had.
It's supposed to release on Angel on their streaming service, right?
I don't know. I saw it in the theaters.
Yeah,
my son and I went and saw it.
We have the streaming service, so
okay.
We watched The Chosen on that.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, same studios that made that.
Yep.
Hey, did you see
totally worth it
from CM? Somehow I accidentally joined the Cooking Guild server on Discord. Like, I don't.
On ours?
No, I don't think that's on ours. He must have just been exploring Discord on his own and just managed to make it somewhere else.
Pop
I'm curious what guild he was looking for.
Yeah. Oh, did you see this too? Murph just gifted a TLD membership to Doc Cypher.
No way.
That's awesome,
welcome. Doc Cypher. I haven't seen you comment before, so welcome. Thanks, J Murph.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Now you're
Murph
stuck.
Yeah, now you got to be
whether you like us or not. Now
it's good timing too, because a lot of
y'all
don't know
just
about
wasting money, and nobody likes people wasting money.
So hopefully, though, he can win this because there's also going to be a giveaway that I'm going to announce on Sunday's video that members will have some extra entries in. So that gifted membership may give you a cool little prize. We'll see.
Pair of dirty socks.
Yeah, socks. Worn socks.
Croak says he does so much villain work. Never would have guessed he was a man of faith. He actually talked about that recently. Neil McDonald did, and he was saying the reason behind that is.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's a villain from Yellowstone.
Yeah. So he straight up said that he's a villain because he is a man of faith, and he absolutely adores and loves his wife. And when you're making movies like the villain, you'll kill somebody or you'll do something bad, but it's all acting. You go home, you didn't really kill somebody, you really didn't do anything bad. But the main character are always making out or having sex scenes or some type of love scene, and when they go home, they still made out with somebody else that wasn't their wife. And I was like, mad props, dude, mad respect.
Yeah, he also said that he got blacklisted because he's a Christian.
Yeah.
But if you pretend killing people, aren't you pretend making out? Anyway, whatever. It's fine.
Well, your lips actually.
Your lips actually touch.
Not if you wear chapstick.
William
way to go.
Is that how we got away with it, Braden? Walsh?
Anyone else excited for Masters of the Air? Is that the remake of Air Bud?
Oh no, that's the Band of Brothers. That's the Air Force version of Band of Brothers. That Tom Hanks.
There is no Air Force version of Band of Brothers. What are they gonna do? Like, can you believe this? I'm sweeping the flight line again.
No, the balloon. Right. They're in the balloon, just like blowing off in the middle of nowhere.
I need y'all to go clean up the smoke pit.
Dropping things from the balloon. Well, like, if we get enough terminal velocity, it's gonna hurt really bad.
You're like, what do you think that one did? Like, I don't know.
You know how mad I used Walsh. How mad did I used to get when we'd have to go clean the smoke pit up? I'm like, I don't even smoke.
I don't smoke. Like, it's fine. What else are you doing?
I'm so mad.
I'm gonna start smoking just to get a break. Like, fine, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. All right. I did. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be so good. All right, we have our YouTube recap section of our show.
Now, we've never mentioned it before with the Gene and Roy thing. Is it all just because you and I have been talking about it for so long or for a while? Did it just show up randomly pretty much for everybody else? Like what is this?
Yes.
We talked about it during last live chat, didn't we?
That's right, we did. We brought up a little bit at least.
No, I don't think really. You talked to us about it.
Oh, no, I think we kind of hinted like, hey, this is our intro is gonna be new. That's what it was, because Cody was like, you guys didn't tell us about the intro. I'm like, no, not that intro. Different intro.
Right.
Yeah.
But
hey, hold on real quick.
Hey, mama said hi, remember? And I told you just the proper way to say it is how's your mom and them?
Hey, so just so you know too, I think we need to bring this up. We'll see if we can bring this up to EV Mux guys. Some people are having connectivity issues with the stream. We were having issues getting it started. So it may be the dude saying, yeah, the stream took a dump.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying Gene died. I hate you to tell you.
Gene died. I hate to tell you.
I'm Gene. I'm Gene. Jason's Roy. Like we have so many of the good, like the FUD things. Ooh, 23.
So on the drive back from Ohio, I Googled like what are FUD myths or what are things FUDs do? And we read through it and we're like, we are going to be doing an intro on all of these
forever. Like even like, I don't want to ruin it, but even the one with the ladder and the zeroing the pistol, like that is 100% going to be in one because that is amazing.
Is our live even back up?
Yeah, it never went down. It's not down. They're just saying it.
They're saying it's laggy.
Yeah, it's lagging. It's the resolution. It's something with EV Mux.
Yeah, Croak said I just dropped down to low res,
which is funny because the whole reason we're on EV, the only reason we're on EV Mux is for the higher resolution.
Harry says, "Croak, great idea. Jason looks even better now."
Savage.
Yeah. So yeah, 22 LR. If you or anybody else have FUD myths or you run across funny FUD stuff, tell us about it. We are going to keep this joke running for a while. There's some other funny ones that are going to come into play. Yeah. Oh, you see Croak?
Yeah, 25 months. So he's flexing on Ironside, who just croaked for 23 months.
Dang.
Is he the only? I think Croak's the only one with the 24-month level 100 wizard icon. Like that.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh yeah, it exists. He is the only one that has the level 100 wizard. It is.
I have to go look.
It is pretty amazing, and it's been there for like I built that one. Oh my gosh, 2 years ago.
Yeah, day one, and then you let the cat out of the bag like 2 weeks later.
I think everybody forgot though. Maybe Croak remembered. Like I'm gonna get that level 100 wizard. It's because it's not even a rank. It's not like the cool one have like little rank changes and all that stuff. Nope, it's just a wizard, and it says level 100 underneath it.
Murph 420. I could go on for days from the old FUDs in the army, dude. Send me a message. We'll use those. Use those. We have probably like 20. Oh, celebrate 19 months of membership, level 99.
Oh,
almost there.
Wow.
We were probably laughing for hours in the car.
So many people are flexing right now. Zach Fett, 25 months of membership. Ooh, he's flexing the Jimothy. Oh,
dang.
We're supposed to be talking about last week's videos.
Oh yeah.
Y'all are making us go off the rails. How dare you?
FUDs and
was there one or two videos?
Two.
There's two.
Yeah.
I know one went to Bull. What was the other one?
The defense mechanisms, law enforcement loadout video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna get more drama about like placement.
You wear your cuffs on the front.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be more just like completely ridiculous things. There was no. Everyone was like, okay, like
yeah. Well, and it's there was one guy that was like, if you were a real cop, you would know to call them departments, not agencies. Agencies are federal. It's like,
yeah, here's your sign.
Oh, okay. Oh my god,
Harry. That's a clue.
Harry, I'm not reading that.
Yeah,
I'll post it though, so other people can read it.
it's a good, Harry.
Yeah, read that aloud. Harry celebrates 24 months membership.
And
what does that say? What does that mean?
I think he's looking for someone's lost.
Yeah, he's looking for someone he knows.
What does that mean, Jason?
I do love Croak's comment. I'm proud of the thermal blanket as the tampon of thermal countermeasures. That one it didn't make it into that thermal blanket video, mostly because I just couldn't weasel it in the right way. But my God, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite videos this year. That was my favorite. It was, Jason, you haven't snuck in and watched it yet. It's really good. So that's going to come out Christmas Eve. I've already done it, but it's going to be really, really good.
There was someone that was commenting on the short that you posted, and they said, "Oh, if you could figure out the noise issue, it would be perfect." Like, yeah, like the one thing that it like it's known for, this, how loud it is.
No, there's like so many other issues because
I could have sworn.
Wait, let's hold. Well, I don't want to get into it. Yeah.
O'Day told me a story of they were like the SEER guys. They'll send people out in the woods and then they'll try to find them. And there was some student that had a Mylar blanket, and he was like trying to set up he found this little grove of trees, and you wouldn't be able to see him, but he like pulled it out and he did this to like unfurl it, and they were like, "Hey!" Like that's of course, like you can hear that from a mile away.
Yeah, I talk about that a bunch too. I did like seeing your loadout though, like kind of seeing the difference between just like a regular civilian or range loadout to like how you run cuffs, why you keep why you keep your backside covered, like uncovered. You purposely don't want to put certain things so if you fall down or get into a tussle or something, you're not just gonna like break your spine. So
yeah, it's kind of weird. One of the things I didn't talk about in the video, I almost went out into my backyard and just started falling backwards. But that's actually one of the things that I do when I set up a belt is I'll put all this stuff on and then I'll stand out in the yard and like purposefully fall backwards. Like, is this gonna bug my back? Or sit in a car or sit in a chair? Like, how uncomfortable is this? And then adjust as needed.
Dude, do you see the story from Croak? The first FUD was a staff NCO. Oh, it's awesome. Okay. What were your thoughts, Jason, after me bragging about the bull, me loving on it forever, telling you how awesome it was? You got to see it a little bit when we went to the night vision class, but you didn't get to shoot it. What were your thoughts on that video?
I thought it was good. You know, I think Cajun had told me, and I might be wrong on who it was, but I thought it was Cajun. It was like, it's not really a 2011. It's more of like a para ordnance, or I'm sorry, it's not. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a 2011. It's more of a para ordnance, which I get. I love the looks of it, and one of the shorts that we ran, the fact that you can change out the trigger to what you like without voiding a warranty, I thought was a huge perk. But you look at it like, oh, for it being in the budget tier, you're still talking about dropping, $1,600.
Yeah, 3 times like the normal cost of a Glock or a SIG or anything. Something nice is already going to cost you. What are you doing over there? What are you showing us, Cody? Oh, the dogs. How many headsets do you have? Are you just collecting headsets at this point?
There's 3, 4, including the ones on my head. I can't. These are the first ones that I like. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Anyway, keep going. Yeah, I think it's
we also had the podcast drop with CCW 22LR.
Oh yeah. Like we were talking about. Like, hearing all the reloading stuff, how to do all that was definitely interesting.
Yeah. The The bull you're talking about, like how dang light the bull is?
So I will say that's the one thing I thought was just kind of part of the game with 1911. So I haven't messed with a whole lot of them. Just having a little bit more heft to them. I've shot a few of them before, mostly somebody else's, and I've always shot them well because there's a lot of mass. Like you don't have to fight with a lot of stuff. So having the bull being so much lighter, it is really a lot faster out of the holster. I'll say that. It's just overall, it's just hard to explain. Way more agile. You don't look like you're like, imagine swinging a brick and then swinging a knife. Like it really feels like that level of difference of like, yeah, okay, is it wild? No, but one is way less meatier and heftier than the other, and it's just so much more faster and rapid.
I like this. Your favorite libertarian said, I was waiting for someone in the comments to complain about the trigger guard being plastic on the bull when their Glock's entire lower is plastic.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. No, at least I didn't see any comments like that. Usually we'll just delete them. Man, it's stupid.
Right.
Delete.
I have a voice like, yep, sure.
That's how all 2011s are.
They're all plastic trigger guards?
Yeah, for the most part. I haven't seen one that's not.
I've never seen one I think it would be a waste of weight to come with one, a metal. I mean, Croak's going to come in here.
2011, the lower and metal, but like the hand grip, and then it swings out into the trigger guard, all that.
Yeah, just the frame. Yeah, like all the frames are going to aluminum now. That's why the Tac's kind of what they consider one of their finished ones, because it has the aluminum frame.
You said it in the negatives, but the entire time I was watching that video, every time you said something positive, I said the same response.
What's that?
Like out loud and to my and in my head. Because I found that gun, the bulk, the one I didn't really see it. I'm listening to it, not watching. But the one that I saw had a lightened barrel. So like looking at the front of the gun, it looks like a star. Like, ew, really cool. I was all excited about it. I was going to buy one, and couldn't find them anywhere. Reached out to the company, never heard a thing back from them. Like, I was just like, okay, that gun doesn't exist. And Springfield came out with theirs, so I stopped even trying. But every time he said something positive about that gun, I was like, yeah, too bad you can't get it. Too bad you can't get it. Too bad you can't get it. Where am I going to buy one?
Yeah.
Where am I going to buy one?
I think that's the hardest part too. That you can't just go somewhere and get one. You can't even like get in line and get one. And even when we were talking to Bull, Croak had mentioned the same thing. He was like, the biggest thing you're going to run into is just getting one. Like that's the hardest part. So yeah, you can talk about they're great all day, but buying one is just going to take you months. So.
And I've reached out to him directly, just as myself, not as TLD, not as anything. Send him a message like, hey, really interested in this. Can you point me in the right direction on how to get one or where to get it from? Or, how do we get our hands on in the United States? And I never received an email back.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
William Ragsdale said, best part about those comments is they'll comment again about you deleting the comment. Farmed you twice, nerd.
I've never had that though, because I'll have someone just going off and I'm like, you know what? We don't need this. Whoop. And then they just like, I just assume they just explode.
Well, so normally
just like just disappear.
Yeah.
Normally we don't delete the comment. Normally there's an option on YouTube where it says, what's that? Yeah, it says hide user from the channel, so they can still see our video and they can still comment, but no one else can see their comment.
And they don't know. So it's basically like a hidden little shadow ban. Like, I'm giving these guys the business, but nobody knows.
That's awesome.
It's my favorite feature. Like, oh, sweet, bye.
Dude, speaking of like not being able to find guns, I got a buddy now that's looking for a muzzleloader, and he can't find them anywhere.
Really?
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, probably because they're horrible.
Because those you can order directly off of the old interwebs to ship them right to your house.
Yeah, I don't think you need anything. They're not even rifled.
No,
they're horrible, but you can hunt with them a lot longer.
Yeah,
totally.
Three rounds a minute with enough practice.
Yeah.
3 rounds.
I just have two people walking with me. One at the powder, one at the ball.
If you practice.
William Ragsdale said, just screaming into the ether. Love it.
Oh my! Yeah, that's my favorite. Because even if they said something mean to us, we don't see it. Like it gets from the whole. Only they can see it. Like they're the only person who can see their. So there's probably all these people like these people don't respond. Like, bro, we don't even know you exist.
So, all right, we're coming up on the 30-minute mark, and this is probably going to be my favorite part of the live chat. We have a sponsor tonight.
What?
So you just set me up with it. So big thanks to Javlin Concepts for being the sponsor of today's live chat. They've been putting on some awesome new gear, from revamping the A-Jac to go into the 2.0 version, and they have all sorts of new gear that's going to be coming out. And I've just been playing with all their stuff. I'm playing with their new belt that's coming out, and they have a new chest rig I'm going to be sneaking, actually showing you guys in January. Don't tell anybody about that, but it's really pretty awesome. So big thanks to Javlin Concepts for supporting our channel and supporting this live chat. Make sure to use discount code TLDCO. And Jason, I am a GD professional.
Wow. Hey, clap it up for that, guys.
So I did not tell him that I set up that.
I figured it was coming, though, because I was like, he doesn't know Javlin's gear very well. How's he going to be able to talk on them? Like, I got it.
That was all off the cuff.
Yeah. Yep. But it did help that I talked to Boston from Javlin Concepts for a good bit today, so it was actually pretty fresh on the mind.
And you even threw the discount code in. That was, man, flawless.
Okay. Professional. Now we have Q&A.
Yay.
And I do have questions.
Ooh, I like those.
Oh, I like these.
Oh, I forgot to set this one.
Why are you doing that? Is this really true? Hold on, because I've never messed with muzzleloaders. I'm a dummy with muzzleloaders.
I'm sorry.
Who's saying this? 22LR says modern muzzleloaders are totally capable inside 300 yards. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And I don't know all the fanciness of it. I've just heard of this, but I think they make projectile that are actually rifled, so they spin after they leave the barrel. Maybe.
You're like, yes, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Somebody else that knows about it could talk about that.
I would. We should conceal carry muzzle loaders, but unloaded. Like, I'm going to teach this guy a lesson. You better start running. 15, 20 seconds from now, you're going to regret it.
Yeah, you get 15 feet more away, you're going to accidentally shoot the dog instead of the guy.
It's not
rifle.
Tear off your paper from your powder and your teeth. Start dumping it in there.
You're like staring at him. You better start running.
22 knows who this guy is, and he knows how cheap he is. That's why he can't find one.
Oh, okay. Now, hey, question also, because I'm on muzzleloader still. What is the approximate accuracy, like MOA ish?
What, within 100?
Yeah. Like within 100 yards. Yeah, like 1, 2, 5.
I don't know, but you can hunt with them, dude. Gotta be within like curious. 2 or 3 MOA.
Like if you told me it's 3 MOA,
but it's also most of them are also like a 50 cal.
Yeah, it's a 50 cal. It's like a half an inch chunk of lead coming towards you.
You're throwing bricks at him. Doesn't matter if you're off an inch or not.
It's pretty much, dude. There's no difference between that and hunting with a shotgun with slugs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
William Ragsdale said, I mean, if I was robbing someone and they busted out a flintlock, I'd back off.
Yeah.
Paul Bravo said,
inline on it, like,
inline are breech loaded now, no longer packing a barrel. That's awesome.
I didn't know that.
That's cool. All right.
But I do know, like I said, the hunting season is extended for muzzle loaders. So that's why everybody wants them.
Yeah, but dude, they're always, somebody said in the comments, I haven't gone into Cabela's, Bass Pro, Shields, any of them, and not seen 20 of them on the shelf.
Yeah. Like I said, this guy's super cheap, and he wouldn't even probably go to those places because they're going to be full price.
Croak says, stand and deliver, varlets. How about you, yon churlish rapscallions? Dine on brimstone and lead, knave.
Oh, 22LR says, I would expect 2 MOA, but hope for 1.5. That's more than good. Like 2 MOA, that's modern. I mean, not modern rifle, but pretty close. If you put a red dot on it, it's
cheap guns.
Yeah, that's good.
Your favorite libertarian. Telly ho, you scallywag.
That's hilarious.
Dude, William Ragsdale.
I'd get the, what is it, the Blumberbuster or Blumberbust?
Blunderbuss?
Yeah. You're like, what do you have in that? Whatever I picked up off the ground right there.
Yeah,
I just
rocks
shoved it
and
down in
dirt
there.
and stuff. Yeah, I found some roofing
a
screws.
handful of nails, thumbtacks. I don't really know. I just grabbed everything out of the top drawer of my desk.
I have a bug assault, and that thing is lethal. Ask all the flies in my house.
Dude, William Ragsdale says, guarantee this is the only place where anyone's discussing the MOA of a muzzle loader.
True.
Imagine putting a red dot, like you put a red dot on it, like
perfect.
Why am I looking through this? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, all right.
Question: a bunch of like ceiling tiles. Pow!
Questions for us and for the viewers. Question number 1: what state do you think could handle an end of the world situation best, and why?
Oh, can I start?
Yeah.
Go.
I think I would probably say Washington, Oregon, like that corner, like that area, because you have places to go up in elevation if you needed to, like if floods, like think about the largest like swath of different catastrophes that could happen. Like if floodwaters came, you could go up. It's not so cold that you're going to freeze. You can still farm most of the land. Generally, it's not a horrible place to live. It's a good temperature. You can get most things. It's not like Idaho. You just die. Anyway, that's my thoughts. That's good.
J-Dub says Missouri.
End of the world scenario? Like, are we talking about climate stuff, like immediate to Earth, or like Mother Nature stuff, or like human induced?
Let's go with human induced.
Then I say Florida.
Florida.
That's where all the crazy people are. They literally are. They're literally meeting there.
Can I go next?
Isn't that where the Flat Earth Society meets?
And
think about it. So Florida isn't that densely populated, right? And most of their
more than anywhere.
Most of their population is older people, right? So they're all going to die off. So whoever's left is going to have all that swampland and the climate. So it's very neutral climate. You're not going to freeze. You're not going to boil. You're not going to, unless a hurricane takes you out.
The dude says Florida is first to fail with all the New York and California transplants.
And not only that, but your ports are filled with like cruise liners and nothing valuable.
Croak said, "Hey, ease up on the Florida thing. I live here."
I think you guys can survive.
I think Tejas.
Where?
So Tejas, Texas, because they're the only state on their own electrical grid.
Yeah, the only one that sucks. Like, who else has brownouts all year long? Do you have brownouts?
California.
Well, so 2 places we don't want to go: California and Texas, because their power grids suck.
But they're
it's the end of the world anyways. You're not going to have.
I guess that's true. It doesn't matter at that point.
I think you get too hot and there's not enough food in Texas besides cattle. But
imagine if we had like settled somewhere. We have like a caravan, like a wood caravan, and we're like, all right, guys, we're going to Texas. I'd be like, oh.
Yeah,
Oregon Trail,
dude. I actually want to move to Texas really bad because of all the different benefits, and the housing market's not bad and all kinds of stuff. But the weather, man, I can't do it.
William Ragsdale said,
"They have every."
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, like, in order to restart society, like I said, they already have a power grid. They have petroleum. They have refineries. They have ports. They have fresh water. They have access to the Gulf.
My idea of the end of the world are different. My idea, like everybody killing each other.
But I'm thinking about.
You're like, let's try this again.
See,
and I'm like dressed up like a barbarian jumping out of trees, dude, with a leaf kilt on.
So Jason, it reminds me of Dr. Stone. So there's this anime we got to introduce Joe to. Basically, one guy wants to bring society back, and the other one's like, no, let's just leave it as is. Yeah. So anyway, it's interesting. But I say, so there's somebody talking in there that who was it that was saying about North Carolina, South Carolina? William Ragsdale.
I think it was William Ragsdale.
Yeah. So North Carolina, South Carolina would be kind of same as that Northwest. I think you get that same mountains and temperature and climate. But I'm also with Cody. But let's think of it smartly. why don't we just enslave the people who are in Texas for all their goods? Because it's the end of the world anyway. So yeah, and then we just live in North Carolina.
I mean, I'm straight up like Lost Boys riding around on a swamp boat.
I know.
That's running off
like the
homemade
Outer
liquor.
Banks. The Outer Banks of like the Carolinas would be nice.
All right, yeah, hit us up in the comments. What's the best place?
12 Bravo. Texas has more than one region type: plains, hills, desert. That's basically one. That's basically one region type. All three of those are the same.
All of Texas becomes loot drops.
So I think I'm with Joe. I think it depends on the type of disaster. Man, I would probably, as much as I hate Washington, there's actually a lot of produce that's grown here. Like there's a lot that you can do here. Depending on the situation, I wouldn't count out Utah. And the reason behind that is you have a state where the Mormon Church regularly tells their people that they should have a year's supply of food storage on hand. So you have 50% of the population.
Are you saying we raid them?
Yeah, raid Utah.
Yeah, like those places are going down.
And they have all the salt you can need.
Like I know they've been packing up food. Like it's part of their religion. Just go door to door.
Honestly, it's somewhere in the Midwest. It really is. If I had to guess, it'd probably be Wyoming. Isn't Wyoming the least populated state out of everything?
They don't have shit.
Probably for a reason.
Yeah, there's like
that's what I mean.
Plants?
When at the end of the world, I think all the humans are going to kill each other off. That's why I picked Florida and picked like 75% of the people are old, so they're going to die of a heart attack just watching the chaos outside.
It's a good point because, and this is part of where the story is going to go to, is what is currently the biggest threat to everybody in our survival story? It's not food. It's not water. It's the other people.
No internet.
Yeah.
No.
If you think any of the big city are going to survive that? No.
Oh, no. Yeah.
No.
I like this. Prepper Book Club says, I mean, Texas does have guns. How do you propose to enslave them? We just move all of their food like a mile away, and they can't do anything.
We just wait.
Run. Yeah,
just sit back and wait.
They what?
Just wait. They're gonna kill each other.
Just wait.
Prepper Book Club says you will die at the borders. There is a ton of gun manufacturing, and most people I know up there are highly armed. Gonna wish you had some corn, Nebraska for the win. I love how Walsh thinks he will be the Lord Humongous.
I don't know what that means.
A lot of Nebraska corn is feed corn, so
it's not people corn.
Yeah, but they do have like sweet corn and stuff like that, but you gotta know what you're looking for.
Croak says the title of The Walking Dead wasn't about zombies.
See, Joe's thinking of it in the right way though, because he's like, my number one challenge is other people. So if I can get further away from other people, I can live the longest.
Then go to Maine.
Yeah.
Maine, too cold.
Too cold. Yeah.
All the people live in southern Maine. Like if you live in central or northern Maine,
where it's colder.
Isn't Wyoming the least populated state?
Yes.
Oh, the only thing that Wyoming has against it is winter going to take some people out. Like winter going to devastate some people.
Yeah. CCW $22 says Canada it is.
Dude, Lord Humongous was the hockey guy in the Road Warrior. Okay, sorry, I didn't know his name. That's funny though. Okay.
Harry said, "Do you think suburban areas will survive?" Suburban? No, probably not.
Like I said, the second they lose the internet,
dude, there are people shooting each other over toilet paper. There are people shooting each other over PlayStations.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's talk about all the capabilities you lose if GPS goes down.
I still have roughly 4 or 5 road maps. I don't have topographical maps and stuff like that, which would be helpful.
GPS doesn't just control your maps.
Croak says, "No freaking way I'm moving to Maine."
You're a space guy.
I know.
They've got vampires, werewolves, clowns in the sewers, and rabid dogs.
Imagine dealing with that.
I didn't realize all those stories were in Maine.
I didn't even think of that.
They're all like, no way. Like,
But look, Zach said lots of lobsters in Maine.
Okay, 22.
So here's
listen to this. So he says, making friends with your neighbors is the most underrated survival skill. Now, I want you guys to put this in perspective too, because it's in our survival scenario. These people were meeting their neighbors for the first time once the world had ended, and I had not world had ended, but like whatever situation had happened, and I kind of made that happen on purpose. And no one really even batted an eye. No one said one time. They're like, wait, they're their neighbors and they didn't know their name? Like,
yeah,
no, because that's pretty commonplace.
You should see where 22 LR's neighbor is, where his neighborhood is.
20.
Why he makes friends with his neighbors.
Yeah, is it pretty far out?
No, I'll tell you later where he lives.
It's like,
he didn't even know where he lived. I had to tell him.
No.
12 Bravo says southeast will be the best. You have places to vanish. You have food you can hunt, plenty of water, and so much vegetation that no one can find you from the air. It's a subtropical climate, so not much cold.
Yep,
I agree with Louisiana
that. Then. And the wild boar are running rampant. You can eat iguana. Like, there's so many invasive species all down there, and they're just everywhere.
I like William Ragdale's comment too, as far as suburbs things. Depends on your community. We have a prepper group in my neighborhood, gated, and a lot of us have home gardens and a lot of resources and skills to spread about.
I disagree with all that, because I'm the nicest guy in the world. And if when my kids were young, if my 10-year-old daughter was starving to death, I don't care how friendly I've been to you. I will shoot you in the face and take your stuff. Straight up.
And see, that's the problem.
Dude, it does not matter. Like when people are killing each other over toilet paper, I'm telling you right now, like, all bets are off.
Yeah.
If you think that's how it's going to go, I mean, we can agree to disagree. There's no way.
It's crazy. Yeah. See,
first thing I'm doing is leaving the suburbs. I live in the suburb. First thing I'm doing is getting out of here.
Then
as far as whatever I can get in gas will take me to the middle of nowhere.
Go to Louisiana.
076 Liberty threw some wizard comments out there. Zach Bet says, finally we'll be able to make our own booze. All right. Next comment. We beat that one.
Mm-hmm.
Question number two. If you couldn't use a firearm to defend your home, what would you use instead?
Joe's going to have a super good answer to this.
Yeah.
I
wrote that, like, I wonder what Joe's going to say.
No, me too. I'm like, I'm going to think of something like totally normal, like a bat or like a machete. And Joe's going to be like, defensive chainsaw.
Joe has a katana.
Joe's got a sword. Yeah, the katana.
Yeah, I have two things, katana and my compound.
Yep.
The compound?
Oh, I should have wrote the question so you didn't have a bow either.
Yeah, compound bow. That's the first thing. I mean, have you not seen Rambo 3? Where you go to Afghanistan? Explosive tips? Come on now.
I mean, I'm probably really good with a bow, and I don't know if I would use one for self-defense. I don't know if I'd be that fast.
I would have a bow, right, for the first standoff, and then a spear. You know, like a bladed spear with double edges on it?
Yeah. Like 076 Liberty says grenades and crossbows.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not getting in this house. I'm going to blow up the front wall. They're not going to get in.
Duct tape the grenade onto the arrow for the crossbow.
Speaking of, did you guys see that? There was that gunfight that they had over on the Gaza Strip where the guy basically had, like, he threw a grenade. They're like 5 feet from each other, and the guy threw a grenade around a corner and blew up right in front of him. He still managed, he still survived through it, and then went and cleared the building out. These guys were in the same room basically. It was wild. I don't know. Maybe if somebody has that link on Discord, throw it up.
Book Club says I would use hugs and positive affirmations. Your favorite libertarian, easy katana. No one's grabbing that without losing fingers.
True.
Yep.
But I want more standoff. If I could have a spear, like a double-edged metal spear.
I love it, Joe. It's like, okay, you can't have your guns. What do you want? Medieval weaponry. Well, okay. I mean, it was effective.
So,
dude, do you ever see?
Go
ahead, Cody. Sorry.
No, go, Joe.
Could you imagine what happened? It called a mace or a malice? Mace, I think. Could you imagine
Morningstar
slamming somebody in the head with a mace?
Well, with spikes and stuff on it, yeah.
Probably
be. Yeah, that's a Morningstar.
Yeah, I love seeing like the videos, like old medieval videos of that. Like when someone gets hit by it, it's like the knight's helmet just crumples in and blood comes out.
Yeah.
Like,
Croak
What are those
says he's got
long,
the halberd?
those long staffs with the sword at the end?
halberd?
No, like Japanese or Chinese, right? That's what you're talking about?
That is.
It's a wooden staff with a short, like 2 foot
Marco Polo,
blade.
and the Mongols had them.
Yeah.
Look, I got a sword. Like, sweet.
Someone's going to comment.
Yep.
William Ragsdale says the pen is mightier than the sword, allegedly.
Warhammer.
I can imagine the Project Farm guy, like reading that on a package. It says here the pen's mightier than the sword. We're going to test that.
Yeah.
Naginata.
Ooh.
That's the one. That's one Cody's talking about.
Say that 3 times fast.
No, I can say that once.
There's also, I forget what it's called, but a katana, but it's shaped like a katana, but it's a lot longer, used to like take out the legs of horses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
I'm going to Google that. Katana.
No, there is. Daisho?
Yeah, just type in like long katana.
Yeah, long blade.
What is a long katana called?
Oh, the Odachi.
Oh, Odachi?
Yeah, that's what it is.
There's
I really
a website.
Want one, I just can't.
Horse katana.
Horse katana.
I'd be careful. I'd be careful looking that up.
TrueKatana.com, and you can search horse katanas. That's what they call them. Horse katanas.
What's the difference between the Dai katana and the Odachi?
Your favorite libertarian. You guys should watch Shade Adversity. He tests a ton of medieval weapons. XL Tomahawk says, "My name is my answer." Extra large. Dai katana, Odachi.
Same thing, yeah.
No Dachi.
Dude, what if I bought one off of Amazon? They have one for $167.
You're gonna get trashed. You just hit something and it just bends.
It breaks and it's not sharp.
Yeah, it's just
not even hardened steel.
Croak says people weeb on Jap. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
People weeb on Japanese weapons. The good pole arms came out of Europe.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, these are good questions. You have some genuine questions today.
All right, I got last question. This one, I made this one for Joe.
Oh.
If you were building an end of the world vehicle, what traits would it have?
Joe, just go ahead.
And my thought process, Joe, when I literally was thinking of you when I was writing that question. Like, would you want it to be diesel? Would you want it to be gas, 4-wheel? Yeah,
no,
tread, all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. What would you want?
Man, that's hard.
I love how his brain is really like he's like running through all the options. Like, let me think of the transmission we need.
Honestly, it'd be like a 1-ton pickup truck with the big fuel cell that I can put in it, because you're not going to be able to reproduce fuel. So your end of the world vehicle will get you to wherever you have to get, and then eventually you're going to die.
Okay. So 1 ton, those are all diesels, or do they make them that are gasoline?
I think they make some, but it'd definitely be a diesel.
See, Croak,
diesel get better fuel economy.
He's thinking through this. Solar, multi-fuel, 4x4 wheeled, and like.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, I guess. The Deuce and a half.
I can't even get the Ford Lightning to tow something 100 miles.
Right.
Does it blow up?
Your best bet would be diesel, only because then you have the ability to make biodiesel if you know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Refine cooking oil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's a hard one.
Michael Farley says,
honestly, go to the gym, because you're going to be the last vehicle.
Well, we're talking about traits on the vehicle. Like, would you want it with like a big bumper guard? You want spikes coming off of it? What traits would it have?
Where are we going?
Like
all
nothing
the
really
glass.
Happened. There's just like mad cow disease. Joe has this truck with spikes on it. Like, guys, everything's fine. Like,
because of where I live and where I'd be going, I'd want like a pre-runner type, super long travel suspension, light. I wouldn't have like a big bull guard, because if it's capable, you'll just go around the stuff that's on the road, left on the road. Super high long travel suspension, diesel. Take out all the glass. Definitely put metal all where the glass was. Reinforce all the cab. That's about it.
A Prepper Book Club says short bus with upgraded suspension.
Deal.
Aren't short buses built on like 1 ton frames?
Depending. Some of them are built on like 2 ton, like the 450.
How crazy would that be too? It's like zombies are there and we just have like this little short bus that we've just weaponized. It's like,
it would only be awesome if it was yellow.
But I want like a pre-runner because then you can run too. You know what I mean? I'd want it fast across open.
I would love if we kept some functionality of the actual like school bus. So there's like a chainsaw where the stop sign is, so you can just come by something, just be like, stop, just clobber at one. Keep that thing fully functional.
We have horses,
and it depends how many people I have. If it's just me, then a dirt bike, dude.
Oh, dude!
What about a hot air balloon?
Hot air balloon, where you could drop those lead spikes from up high.
Yeah.
This is a good question. 076 Liberty, or he kind of brings something into the mix. Manual transmission or automatic?
Manual.
He says a Hilux, but those are hard to come by.
You know where we left a lot of Hiluxes?
Yeah, I do.
But they have a weird symbol painted on the side of them now. White.
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird.
I say manual only for 2 reasons. Number one, they're normally more robust and have less issues. Number one, and number two, it's easier to lubricate them.
Oh, okay.
Your newer automatics take very particular ATF. Like if you have a Dodge and you just find regular ATF, you're gonna destroy that transmission.
Hey,
okay.
You know what my reason is, Joe?
Any type of gear oil.
You know what my reason would be for a manual?
Why? Then people can't steal it.
Boom.
That's what your favorite variant said. Yeah. Hey,
this is manual for theft deterrent.
This is for you, Joe. 12. Okay, Jason. Hope I don't mess this up. Maybe I did. 12 Bravo posted this in Discord for you. This is a survival spear you can get over.
I remember he's looking on his phone, so he can't see.
I can't even show it then. Yeah, don't even worry about
it. I'm not worried about it. You can't.
It's the survival spear over on Tractor Supply Co.
Yes.
No way.
I think that's one of my next purchases, to be honest. Like my next ridiculous purchase.
Is a survival
I
spear?
bought my katana when the government gave us money. I'm like, if you're stupid enough to give me money over COVID, I'm gonna waste this money.
That's my favorite thing to hear about too. Like how so there was a big study about all the gun buybacks. I know we're getting to the 2A thing in just a minute, but this was super awesome to hear about. All the gun buybacks were basically going to the same company. So what they were doing was they were taking in a firearm and then removing the only serialized portion. So let's say just the lower, and then taking that out and then reselling everything back out. So obviously they're making a massive profit off of it because we'll buy that off you for $200 because we're going to strip it and sell it for $400 or $500. So all the parts are going right back out. That would take 2 seconds to turn it back into a firearm. The whole thing is just hilarious.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So the company who's doing the majority of the buybacks, they're getting a bunch of flacks from the Democrats, obviously, but the people who are reading about what's really happening, like, oh my word, like they're just basically, they were, I guess, under contract inside. I don't want to get into say I know this, but
I love it.
What I understand is
they're literally taking the gun from people that don't need them, don't want them, and they're giving them to people that maybe couldn't afford that and that did need a firearm. I love it.
Well, and two, it's I bet you they're contracted
for gun buybacks.
I bet you they're contracted to destroy the firearm, but the only part that's the firearm, if you're like, hey, you have to destroy the car, well, which part is the car? Because there's a lot that aren't the car. So, yeah. Like if you destroyed all the VIN numbers, well, the car's destroyed technically, but the rest of the parts are there. Yeah. So it was pretty funny to read about when they were like, all these parts are getting sold off, but the only thing they're getting rid of is the lower. Well, technically,
that's hilarious.
That's the only firearm part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
We have 2A news.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. 2A news. So what's going on in the 2A news world? Have you guys been following this? Some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I literally wait until today to learn the new news.
This is
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
watch
not.
so much of it that I forget. So then when you bring up certain events, then it sparks my memory. I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So the newest thing that I heard about was the Supreme Court denied the injunction on the Illinois assault weapons ban. And I've heard some people like this is a good thing. Some people say, I can't believe this is terrible. And I want to get your guys' take on that.
But I think you
Jay
got
Fish says we took it deep.
maybe I'm wrong. So let me ask you a couple questions. It's not the Supreme Court, it's the circuit.
No, so this is Judge Amy Comey Barrett
Uh-huh.
was actually the one that denied the request for the injunction from the Supreme Court. So it's not dead. Like it still can go through the process, but they denied what do they call
really?
it? Like the immediate injunction request.
did they say why? I didn't get into the weeds on that one. Did she say kind of why?
I don't remember seeing it. I just saw the screenshot from the Supreme Court docket where it was I forgot who's like the National Gun Rights Association, I think, is the one that's fighting it. They
Yeah, well they
filed
tried to
their
get
brief.
them to review it en banc so all of the judges would be involved,
No, we're
and
not
that
talking
got
about the Senate.
rejected.
We're talking about like the U.S. Supreme Court.
Yeah, I know. But they're fighting it on both sides.
Yeah.
So the 3-judge panel said no, that's completely constitutional, pound sand. So they put out an emergency plea or whatever to the Supreme Court, and they filed that one to go en banc, and it got denied going en banc. So it's dead. It's dead in the circuit court. So the only way to fight this now is Supreme Court, and Supreme Court, you're saying, just denied the injunction, so that sucks.
Well,
Yeah, so
they're screwed. Like they're in big trouble.
well,
Jay,
go ahead.
Jay Fish said, as someone who is to deal with it, I do not see it as a good thing. Also, no, they gave no reason why. So again, they denied the injunction, but the appeal can still go through the whole
Yeah, but
process.
the scary thing is, and everybody's going to be a felon come 1 January.
Right.
Yeah, especially seeing how 3% of the entire population register their firearms or something crazy.
Yeah,
So
they don't even know because they're not supposed to be a damn. Sorry, I'm going to get heated. They're not supposed to be a gosh darn registry, and this is creating a registry which is unconstitutional. Like the whole.
yeah, that's gonna be weird when they charge.
If I lived in that state, I'd be selling my property and I'd be leaving 100%.
Like when they charge the first person, that's the thing that stinks, is that you have to have standing, and that's really where a lot of people get angry, because it's like even with the pistol brace one, they're like, hey, nobody has standing because they're not actually they're not facing
But
charges.
if you can prove, so the pistol brace thing different because they're going at it at a different way, right?
No, agreed.
But if you can prove that a law is unconstitutional, then you automatically have standing. So if it's unconstitutional, then it's presumed that that there's irreparable harm because it's against your constitutional right.
Jay Fish says less than 1% have registered.
Hey, I want to note something too. There are a significant amount of people that have joined the channel at the 1 hour mark, probably knowing that we go into the 2A news portion of this, because I know it's we talk about it all the time.
Giveaways, dude.
Like
100% the giveaways.
Oh, they're like
1 hour.
You're like, this is when they do give. Oh no, giveaway! I'm out.
I'm out. Give them 5 minutes, they'll leave.
Yeah. So we're talking, for those of you that have joined us, we're talking 2A news. We were just kind of going over how the Supreme Court denied the injunction for the Illinois assault weapons ban.
What's the update from Washington? Whatever happened with your stuff?
Oh, so I talked about it last week, I thought, but it was the state. Oh man, I get them mixed up. So there's 2 lawsuits challenging the Washington state magazine ban, one on the federal courts, one in the state court. And the state court actually there was some good news that came out last week, just based on the way that it was, that I understood it, based on how the judge was asking for things, kind of highlighted for them where the judge is thinking in terms of how he's going to rule on the magazine ban. And the one that this was all through Washington gun law. William Kirk was talking about how he said that he's going to rule on it based on the Heller decision. I can't remember why he said that was better for them, better for the gun rights folks, but somehow it was. So
because isn't that the one that says in common use?
maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I like this.
Nick Jepson says, "Wait, I sat around this long for no giveaway."
That's fun.
Sorry.
Like just look around.
You're gonna be disappointed anyways.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
everyone on the channel,
like you were gonna win.
Just reach around you and grab something. Like, okay, this is like a random plug. Here, let's give this away.
Yeah.
I have
the red dot that I drug behind the truck.
See, there's all kinds of good stuff.
I have a Winchester Ranger 9mm round.
I have a receipt. Who wants? Do we want to? I will spin the wheel for this receipt. Cody has cuffs. Screw the receipt. Oh my goodness.
We're talking about Tucson. Mike Frost, Tucson sucks anyways. Zach Fetz, Tucson is like Arkansas. Both are pronounced wrong.
22. I found a koozie. Let's give away. We're gonna give away $22 koozie.
I'm not giving this one away. This is a 3/8 koozie. I still need to put a beer bottle in this and shoot it.
The 3/8. Oh, it's actually.
It's actually armor, dude. Look, it's armor.
I would love for you to shoot that with a glass bottle in it and see what happens. Like if it stops
around, it's gonna have to
break it.
It will
even
break,
if you shoot it with a 22.
But dude, then every time that I have it on the channel and there's gonna be like a hole in it.
If you don't shoot with a muzzleloader, it has to be the muzzleloader.
I bet you a muzzleloader would go through that.
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
Says, give away Walsh's beard serum.
Jason gave me that actually. All my beard goodness was from Jason.
That's right.
What'd you get?
Yeah, I definitely am gonna shoot this one day.
Grave before shave. Oh no, the beard wash. Badass beard care.
No, the grave before shave. You sent me that too. That stuff was awesome.
Yeah, what is that, Joe? Is that the same thing?
With the sleeve?
Like this? Yeah, it's a koozie.
Oh, I didn't know it came with Heartland. That's cool.
It's Velcro.
All right.
And then it has a bottle opener in the emblem.
Anything else on the 2A front that you guys want to talk about?
I just can't think of it.
Jfish in Discord says there's also a case in Maryland that is already working its way through the courts on merit. So I suppose that one could also make it to SCOTUS. I don't know what that case is about though.
Yeah, I don't either. And there's so much stuff. We got to remember we're waiting on Supreme Court to rule on stuff. We got to remember that, like the help me, is it Bruin? Bruin is our newest one.
Is that the newest one?
Yeah, I think so. The National Firearm, the one out of New York.
Oh yeah,
the one that gave them all
New
the
York,
great stuff.
New York Pistol Rifle Association v. Bruin.
That one. That was the first case that they actually took on in like what 11, 12, 15 years, something like that. So everybody hoping that the Supreme
Heller was 2008,
sure,
and Bruin was 2021, 2020. When was Bruin?
I don't know, but around there.
But yeah, you're like 12. It was like 12 or 13 years, something like that.
Yeah. So everybody hoping that the Supreme Court steps in and takes all this stuff on. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really not. There's some good stuff happening in California right now.
What's that?
They're fighting. They're fighting. I can't say the word reciprocity. Reciprocity, because they're saying what other license that you get in any other state isn't awarded in any other state. Like if you get married in Maine and then you move to California, you're not married anymore. And being married, not even a constitutional right. So now they're fighting because there's some bad stuff happening there also. So they're passing the law that says, I think it's emergency I think in California, but there's an emergency law going. Yeah, in California, emergency law going in that they only have until the 15th to comment on. And what they're doing is they're passing that you have to take like the live fire course in order to get your license to be able to have a handgun or to be able to have a gun or carry a gun, maybe. But then they came out and said there's like, in order to submit yourself a trainer, you have to have like one of three things. So really all it is the state has to give you the training, and you know how that's going to go. They're going to say, oh, we're backlogged, we're a year out.
Yeah.
So, and in my opinion and some legal opinion, a right delayed, a right denied. So then they're saying, well, we can go to other states and get concealed carry and then come back. But then they're saying any concealed carry from out of the state and no good. So they're fighting that. So there might be some good things coming out of California.
Well, doesn't Illinois?
But you know that the district or the courts are just gonna shoot it all down, dude. They're so.
Yeah. Doesn't Illinois say the same thing though too? Like they don't see anybody's concealed weapon permits except for their own.
Yeah, so hopefully that's going to get fought and actually get overturned. I'm still waiting. Like, they're being smart. Now they're creating all the new laws, so we can't use Bruin to fight all of the old unconstitutional laws. We're having to use it to fight all the new laws that they're coming out with. I'm still waiting for Bruin to destroy the NFA. Like, show me in history and tradition where suppressors or short barrel rifle were illegal back in 1796.
And like suppressors are just, they're a safety item. Like how they got turned into some sort of controlled item because it makes it like, sound safe. It doesn't make any sense.
It's like, oh, I have a gun to protect my house, but I'd rather be deaf than dead. Like that's the way I see it. You want to know
why? It's like James Bond. They think that movies are gonna sneak around and
and it's loud. So instead of the jet engine, it sounds like a jackhammer. Like you could hear a jackhammer. It's not going to hurt you, but it's still, you still know it's there. Like it's not that quiet. Only a 22 sounds is that quiet. Like
there's a couple other, but
agree. But you get what I'm saying. Yeah, there's some very specialized ones that actually get to be moving.
Anything quiet with no action and that doesn't go supersonic, you can get really quiet.
Oh, could you imagine like a little bolt action handgun?
Dude, wait until GTA 6 comes out and people are going to be freaking out again.
Guns. Gun violence comes from video games.
Yeah. They're killing sprites that are colored in the shapes of cops.
Speaking of video games, dude, GTA 6. But you know that's going to get delayed, and we won't see it. But have you guys heard?
And now we are off the rails, folks.
Yeah.
They're kind of back on the rails.
Video games.
All right.
Have you guys heard that they announced Division 3s ago?
What?
Did they?
Yeah, dude.
Did you guys?
They're talking about it.
I saw something I promised I would comment on. Did you know they updated Ready or Not so that you can actually pick your own plate carrier?
Oh.
And Shaw Concepts is on there.
Joe doesn't have a computer that can play Ready or Not.
No.
Joe barely has a computer that can do Word.
When you guys get back into PlayStation games, let me know. Until then,
I've been playing Gran Turismo. PlayStation games almost daily.
I wish we could get everyone on.
But you won't play with your friends anymore. You turned into a Walsh.
No, I'm playing Final Fantasy 16.
Dude, I'm playing Star Citizen like every day. I am ruining people's days.
PlayStation. I said PlayStation.
PlayStation.
No. If you get
Did you guys know that they released Porsche GT3 RS on Gran Turismo?
No, because who plays
that? I bought
that
two because I couldn't figure out what color I wanted, so I bought two, a blue and a white one.
It's such a Joe problem. Like, what are you gonna do? Given infinite money, like, what'd you do? Like, I spent it all. Like on what? Like the same. I bought 8 of the same car. Like, why? Like, I couldn't pick.
I couldn't pick.
I got one of every.
And then I wanted a white one with black wheel, and I wanted a white one with bronze wheels. So I just bought 2 cars.
Like, I just bought 2. I just bought 2 of them.
Changing out wheels is too much work.
Purple Cope told me an update dropped today. So this is kind of throwing out the gauntlet. Then we need to do our due diligence to our plate carrier family and do some Ready or Not soon. So maybe we can set that up
What other carriers can you choose from?
I don't know. I
Is
haven't got to see it.
Javlin on there?
I don't know. I don't know if any of the other ones. I know Shaw's on there because he was kind of bragging about it, and I was like, "Ooh, we're gonna have to go show that off." But I haven't got to play with the update to see. I got to update my game.
Morris
I got a
in the
cool
Discord.
Camaro update real quick if I can say it.
Oh yeah.
I found ZL1 1LE spoiler and bought it.
Oh, you did? I remember
you were talking about that.
Yeah, we were busy.
Yeah, I needed. I asked for
Royally.
I asked everybody, all 5 of us, the other 4 of my closest best friends, for help doing research, and Jason's the only one that helped me.
Oh, I think
that's what I mean. If I can't trust my best friend to help me in a time of need, how are you going to trust your neighbor
I need
share their
food?
food?
I'm like, at the range.
What day was that?
How am I going to help you?
It was on a Saturday, bro. You could have helped me. You were the first one to read it too.
So here's
but I'm not holding a grudge. I'm
gonna pat myself on the back here because Joe was like, dude, there's nothing different than this other website that says it's an OEM spoiler. And I spent like 5 minutes. I'm like, I found a difference.
He did.
I don't know what it means.
He did find the one. Anyway,
the one
that's
difference.
Too long of a story.
Did you get it yet? So is it legit?
Yes. Yeah. I'm convinced, and I'm 99% sure there's no way of telling 100%, but it's sitting in my garage, and it's supposed to be 50 degrees this weekend. So
put that full on.
Zach that said, Joe's garage isn't going to be a piece of property. It's going to be a destination.
True. It already is.
You should. I tell you the thing. We played GTA 5 together, and Joe's like thing was he wanted enough money so he can buy this one house that had. Remember that like 2-story parking garage that was in it?
All the parking.
So he could park all of his cars.
And I filled it.
Yeah.
And I could put them upstairs in my apartment. Remember that?
Yes.
And that's all I wanted to do. Like, hey, guy, come into my house to check out all my cars in here.
That was the good old
exactly
days.
How. If Joe had,
dude, I gotta go protect my meth lab from the cops. It's like, wait, you got time? Come check out the cars.
There's plenty of time for that. Don't worry about it.
Remember the mission where one of their Gundy votes today for our boys. We appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, hey.
I would love Walsh. I would love nothing more than for Walsh to have to get on that stage and accept that Gundy award.
Yes, same. And I know what Cody's about to say. Cody, do I remember the mission that we put you on a pilot and we spent like 45 minutes doing the mission perfect and you landed the plane with the landing gear up and killed us all? Yeah. Yes, I do remember that mission.
That's all I ever wanted to do.
Should have said, no, I don't remember that at all.
Was beat a pilot. That's all I wanted to do.
He crashes everybody.
We tried, I don't know how many times to pass this mission, and we finally get it to where all I got to do is land. And it was a beautiful landing, and it's like
right on the
no
belly.
landing gear, boom, wasted.
Yeah.
Were you confused too? We like, what happened? What happened? I would be playing. I bet I would play. What was the game we would play all the time, Joe? Was that Wildlands? And like you guys love to jump out, so I'd be just in the passenger, in the passenger seat, like do, and all of a sudden things would be like swinging by really fast. I'm like, I think they got out. They're just like,
well, just falling from the sky. We're setting up sniper positions.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, we jumped out of there a while ago. I'm like, you gotta tell me.
Then it just became a joke. Then it just became a joke. We're like, hey, we're just like randomly whoever you just have to pay attention to whoever's piloting because they would just hop out and like,
they would halfway to the mission, like we're not even close, and they bail.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden you just be sitting in the back too, and you're like and all of a sudden the whole helicopter starts to spin. You're like, oh, it's time to get out.
That was even.
Then we're looking for a car.
We just drive off the edge, and people would jump out of them.
We should get more people playing games.
Cody had one job.
That's all I wanted to do too. Like everybody else had like Coke labs and stuff. I was like, I just want to buy airplanes, and I ruined that mission.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be pretty upset if we win this. If we win this Gundy's thing, I'm gonna make Jason go up front and take the award. Either Jason or Joe.
We don't have anybody on our team that is.
Yes, I know where you're going.
That's what. What?
We're not
Friendly?
yes.
Busty enough.
Nice?
Foxy. Yes, we're not nearly foxy enough.
We're not nice
enough.
Oh, busty enough.
Yeah. You get Cody to wear a two-piece?
Oh, dude, did you see what
make it happen.
The winner, if we win our category, did you see what you win?
No, is it a gun? I called dibs on that.
You called dibs on a different gun.
No, I think
I called dibs on our gun.
I think if you vote enough times, you get entered to win that. I don't think that's if like the actual like influencer wins that category.
That would be awesome.
I think the influencer wins it. I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't know how.
Let's go read it.
How are we gonna survive a zombie apocalypse if they're not outfitting us with gear and guns?
I think they assume we already were good.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Let's go read it though.
I think you have to vote in this category, and you win this venerable HCAR. It's like some $7,000 rifle.
Yeah, I called dibs on that.
I called dibs.
I did, dude. Dibs. That's like denying me shotgun. That is sacrilege, dude. Like
sacrilege.
That's how you get shanked.
Zach said. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Are you good?
I was clicking the same one.
Yeah.
It says, I saw a gun bunny video today. They finally jumped the shark.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, there's some people I don't care if they're guys or girls. I don't care. Like, there's someone we like a whole lot. I think she's gonna come on our podcast. Bonbons and Guns. She shoots all the time, trains all the time, does stuff. Probably more crazy stuff than we do. So there's kind of that like hat tip of like, all right, you're actually like doing things correctly. You're holding the pistol correctly. You're doing things you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing it well. And then I see other people. And I don't want to pick on any channel because we've all had small channels, but when you're doing things like really, really, really wrong and then giving people advice, it's like, okay, like, is your angle that you're learning? Because that's okay. Like, that's okay. Hey, I'm learning and you guys help me along or help me. I'm trying to learn through this process, but it's nothing to be like doing a review and then doing it so badly. I don't know. It just makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
How to make Walsh mad.
But if you guys think we can get more viewers and subscribers by having a pretty lady on our channel, y'all should help us out with that.
Yeah,
how are they going to help us out? Yeah. Pay for your surgery?
Yeah. Find us a pretty lady.
All right.
Cody,
so what are they going to do? Pay for your surgery?
Cody,
I mean, if y'all want to, y'all could fire me and just hire a pretty lady. And
there's like a fifth like, how do I make like a fifth person? But it's like, so Jason, do like there's like a box like in like this simulated middle person, but it's like covers almost all of our faces.
Hey, take Cody picture and put it into AI and put like make Cody
beautiful
a woman.
But have all of our like we're all covered up like I can do it like this. Like so this is like the woman in the picture would just it would be like the person in the middle and then the rest of us like no we're all here too.
Yeah, no joke.
That's like, what it would take.
We're all here.
Zach Fett said sorry Cody, none of us are pretty ladies.
That's true.
Croak says Tacticon's still rustling jimmies with the flip-flop stuff.
Oh my goodness, people get so mad, and I think it's this like his thing. The number of Cody showed us Torians.
No, don't do it.
$22 says they're called prostitutes. I love how people get so mad that Tacticon wears flip-flops, but his angle is like, listen, if you can do this in flip-flops, then this is like pro mode. You can do it in regular shoes. And it's like, oh, it's going to make them mad.
So mad.
Make them angry.
Like, how dare you? That's not allowed.
5 minutes.
Oh. William Ragsdale says, them subs would come flowing in.
Yeah.
Hey, like, we don't talk about nothing. Like, this is... We don't know.
Watch me mag dump this gun. Kapow! Kapow! What?
Listen, if I was a pretty lady, I could just come on here and talk about what nail polish matches my gun, and people would watch.
Oh yeah, Like if you have a pink
thought line
gun,
defense.
Yeah.
Dude, if you think it bad in the gun world, you should see it in the car world.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I have two
Israel
hobbies that
Ramirez.
obviously everybody's single and nobody can get a girlfriend because it gets ridiculous.
Let me answer Israel Ramirez's question. He said, Walsh, any info on Grim Hunter Tactical order backlog / fulfillment? He so between me and you, he did hire somebody new. He's talking to me before. He's doing his best to kind of fulfill those orders. Really trying to focus on just doing fulfillment. He's getting more and more popular because we're unfortunately talking about him. If you're having issues with an order and it's been a really, really long time, you can hit us up on thinlinedefense@gmail.com, and myself or Jason we can help. We can like maybe hit up Chris and be like, hey, can you help this person out? They've been waiting a long time. Not saying
I love how Walsh says between me and you on a live chat to open to the world.
Well, it's like all 28 of you.
Yeah, between me and you.
Yeah, well, we can help you. Like, but just know it's just a regular guy. It's like if me and Jason were making stuff and just doing our best. I love them. They're a great family. They make good stuff too. I'm going to mention that in kind of my favorite gear of this year. Like they are probably they make some of my favorite gear that's come out. But again, it's a little frustrating that it's just a little mom and pop shop right now. But
yeah, I mean that's a secret. So if you could keep that between you and Walsh, that would be awesome.
He can't keep secrets.
No,
obviously.
Yeah, don't talk about it. And anybody else who is listening, don't.
Yeah, just be quiet.
Doesn't apply to you.
Let's go back to thought line defense. Oh, yeah, Zach's saying he's
trying to explain this to fussy people on Reddit.
Yeah. Everybody wants it right now. Gear just takes a while to come out. I mean, what defense mechanisms weight is significant right now. Grim Hunter's weight is high. It's just what it is.
It's tough, and it's something that like, yeah, we kind of get it just because it's one guy in his garage is doing it. Like we've heard of companies that have had to kind of go through their growing pains again. We feel it too. We get you.
Michael Farley. Remember the bang
Colorado? I'll work for him.
I remember when that got released. That
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Yeah, that was not ready for release. Just so you guys know.
What? The bang hanger?
Oh, dude. Thoughtline. I would love to do Thoughtline defense, and it's like a big, sexy woman, but it's like a big, bearded, bald man's face.
Yes, Cody.
Yeah.
It's Cody's.
How is that not
like
Cody?
the back
How did
of
you
it
not describe Cody?
And it's like, and she's like this.
Yeah, the back of it be like a sexy, like, lady from behind, and then you go to the front of the shirt, and it's me like
it's a beer belly guy.
Yeah, no, even if it's it's like a sexy setup. It's like hair, like a little bit of back hair. You're like, something seems off.
That's so gross. You guys are weird.
Videos. What are you guys working on? Oh, you're working on a good one, Jason.
Me? That's not coming out till next month, though.
Oh, that's right. You have kind of a long wait. So I do have this weekend. You guys were waiting for it forever. I'm doing the HRT AWS Lite. So we talk about that. And we did kind of ask some people on the Discord what they wanted for a giveaway. So I'll be announcing it on there. I think if you poke around the website, here we go again. Don't tell anyone. But if you poke around the website,
said HRT.
Yeah, if you poke around the website, I think you can see where the giveaway is already there and prepped for Sunday. Maybe it'll be there tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah. So we're going to have a cool giveaway of flashlights for you. We can win and video review. And and I did the video for the $4 Mylar versus $400 blanket for Christmas Eve. And that is a fantastic video. That is wonderful.
I got cool gun stuff coming in the mail. I ordered 3 things and they're expensive, and 2 of them I said that I wouldn't order.
Whoa, what are they?
Do you want me to tell you? You want me to ruin it?
Mm-hmm. Well, are you doing a video on it?
Probably not.
Oh yeah, ruin it then.
Yeah,
so I'm decking out the Prodigy, so I bought, I think it's a Streamlight. I bought a fancy flashlight. I bought an Armor, and I bought a Safariland holster for it.
Oh, so you went real deal.
Yeah, dude.
Gucci Joe.
The Olight?
Yeah, Gucci'd out.
when you do the video, like you should do a video on it and talk about the upgrades you did to it, but wear like a gold chain the whole time,
Nah,
you should paint.
I saw a video that kind of like that gold chain with a dollar sign. I thought it was stupid.
Well, I would like paint eyebrows on your Casey Jones mask, then put like cuts in it, so you're that cool. Like,
oh, like a scar.
Yeah.
J Taylor B88. I haven't seen you comment before, so welcome. Says, I love my defense mechanisms battle bout. Now, if I can get that Bul Armory SAS version you have, been trying for almost 2 years now. Wish they would focus on those, then the axe and their cheaper options.
I heard the axe. Like, I want to get a hold of the axe, funnily, and I got told the axes are harder to get a hold of than even the 1911s. So, yeah, but that's what Joe is mentioning. That is just so difficult for to buy a bull.
A gun company that I can't get the gun for is worthless to me. It could be the best gun in the world. I don't care.
It's hard.
The dude says, Joe, did you use the military discount for Safariland?
Yes, I did actually. Yep, I sure did. It was, I think, 5%. I want to say on 5%.
40.
No way, dude. It ain't 40. It dropped it from like 220 down to like, I don't know. I think I paid like 205 with tax and shipping.
Oh, I thought it was way more than that. Maybe I think I'm Vortex.
No, it did save me some, which I definitely appreciate. So, Safariland, your stuff is way overpriced, and I hate you for that. But thank you for the discount.
But you have good gear still.
Yeah. All right. We're over time. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we close this up?
I love that bolt. It is the best pistol on the planet.
Okay. Well, guys, we appreciate you being here. As always, we are here every Thursday night, and we will catch you guys next Thursday. Peace out.
Thought Line Defense.